What's up, guys? So, this week has been a very unproductive week for me, in the sense that I haven't gotten anything done, and I'm still procrastinating on a lot of stuff. Um, but with that being said, I've learned a lot this week. The reason I've been procrastinating is because shit wasn't good in my life. And the way I am is like, if there's something wrong in my life, I can't do anything else until I fix that one thing. It's like, what would you call it? A comparable thing to that would be like, I can't do anything if my room isn't clean. If my room's not clean and I'm trying to work in a messy room, I'm just going to be distracted. So the same thing, if something's wrong in my life, I'm going to not be able to get stuff done. So that's what happened, and now I'm at a point where I'm good, but now I got to make up for all that stuff that happened. Uh, Basically, it's a combination of things that messed me up. Uh, but one of the things I'll talk about is, I overdid it. I got so into making videos and working on my business and writing articles and studying those things that I kind of put other things that are priorities in my life behind me a little bit. And as much as I like working on the business stuff and everything I'm talking to you about in these videos, I lacked that other part. I put that behind, and that came to bite me in the butt. And so, for a whole week, I had to make up all the work. I paid for it. So even though I got a lot of work done in my business and everything, it eventually evened out because I didn't get anything done this week. And that's not just in my business, it's in school. I gotta finish up 2 papers right now. It's 11 o'clock. I mean, I'm fine now. I can get stuff done now, but it's 11 o'clock, and these papers actually due 2 days ago. So, I'm not worried about it, but this week's been a good kind of evaluation of myself. Been able to reflect, and now I know that, where my limits are and how much I can push them without getting negative results, negative, a negative outcome, I guess. But besides that, some good things still have happened. I've came into contact with another very good, great athletic coach, and I've been talking with him, looking at internship opportunities there. The only thing right now I'm debating with is I don't know, because of his business, and I really do understand this, but because of his business, he wants to keep it confidential, his ideas confidential. So if I did do anything with him, that would stop me from working with anyone else, which is kind of what I want to stay away from that, because where I'm at right now, I want to learn from as many coaches as I can and kind of cross-analyze what they teach me and find out what works best for me when I really kick off my thing. I've also got an interview coming up this week with the news in a big city in my state, or town, because we only have like one city in this state of Maine. But so he's gonna interview me, a player profile / and how my training has helped, specifically CrossFit. So I'm gonna give him what I think about CrossFit and how it's good with how it is and isn't good about athletic training, and I might say some things that a lot of CrossFit people or a lot of community members of CrossFit might hate me for. But I'm gonna just say and give my honest opinion, and they can take it or leave it. Anyway, yeah. So I had a banquet tonight for my football team. 'Cause, as you know, the season's over, and we're just closing up. And actually, tomorrow we have basketball tryouts. But I got to go up and give a speech. I didn't even write it down. Just gave it off the top of my head, and I'm really starting to realize just making these videos and telling you guys everything, and writing articles, putting myself out there, it's making me a more confident person, much more courageous person. And actually, I want to go back. I want to go back a step and talk about the whole week and how it hasn't worked out for me. And I watched a video today that I think applied to that pretty well. The video is about virtues, and one of the virtues he was talking about was courage. And It takes courage to get started in something. When you have an idea and you take action on it, it takes courage to do that. It takes courage to go out and talk to people, learn more stuff, ask people. But it also takes courage to realize that something's wrong, and that if it's wrong, you need to have the courage to change it. He talks about persistence, how yes, it's important to be persistent, but if you're persistent at the wrong thing constantly and you're never changing because you don't have the courage to realize and accept that something's not working, then that persistence is actually just bad. It's almost stubbornness, right? There's always negative things that come with virtues, right? So if you're overly persistent, you're stubborn. That's just your way. It's my way. You're not willing to change. You don't have the courage to change. If you're too courageous, too confident, that comes across as hubris. Hubris meaning so confident, so courageous that it actually leads to your downfall. They talk about that in Greek mythology. And for any virtue, you can find that you can go too far, go to the extreme, and it'll actually turn into something bad. But another just common theme about everything I've talked about, balance in everything. Too much of anything is going to lead to a problem. Too little of anything will also lead to a problem. But yeah, so I just changed things up a little bit. I kind of made another topic for a whole new video on this one video, so maybe it's a little bit more interesting. But I am looking forward to do some different stuff on this journey to success vlog, because I think it gets kind of boring, and a lot of the time I'm just saying the same stuff over and over. So I'll show you one more thing. I just gotta grab it at my banquet tonight for football. Got a nice little award here, most valuable teammate. So I'll take it. It's an honor, and we had a really good football season and made a lot of new friends, and got to spend time with a lot of people who I used to spend time with on the football team. So that was really exciting. I also got a nice sweatshirt with my name on the back of it, with football on the front, really nice, and a picture of me throwing a football, and then signatures all around from all my teammates. So it's really good. Yeah, that's this week. I'll see you next week, guys.